What's up, guys? You know, I said I wanted to make a wheelbarrow T-Bucket golf cart. Well, I'm rounding up the stuff to see what I can make. I found a little bit, but nothing really going to work, I don't think. There's what I'm after, something similar to that, but I want it to be a whole lot bigger. You see that? That's what I'm after, but I want to cut the wheelbarrow and make it wider and longer, and it's got to come up right here, and the steering wheel's got to come through there, and it's got to be a whole lot longer because there's got to be a motor up front. And all I got is this old frame here. It's rusty. My very first go-kart frame I ever bought, real cheap one, Margay from Donny Cates' track, and it just ain't made for this. I mean, I could probably make it work, but man, we're talking about a lot of freaking work, because there ain't no axles, ain't nothing, and I ain't got none of that. I don't know. I took this three-wheeler. I was going to see if I could use any of the stuff off it, so I started stripping it down, and I can't get it to fire. I think it probably needs one of these little CDI boxes. I don't know. It's got your little pulser here. I can't find anything wrong other than either this or the coil's bad. I don't have one of these to test it, and I ain't been able to find one of these either. So motor seems to have compression. I thought this thing smoked, but hell, as much compression as it's got, it may not. I don't know. I can't remember actually if we've ever run this one. I just don't know. But it's in rough shape too, so I don't know. I was hoping I could use the motor off of that, but it ain't looking like it. I just don't know what I'm gonna do, guys. If I ain't got the stuff, I don't guess I'll be able to make one, but damn, I wanted to. But hell, I got so much on my plate right now anyway. Charles is wanting help, and this summer, and there's just gonna be a lot going on this summer, I tell you. Oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, to be honest with you. I just don't know. But that was my idea. I mean, I wanted to do this, and let me show you a picture of what I'm trying to make. That's what I would like to make. Let me go in here and show you. I'd like to make something similar to that, you know, in a go-kart style. Or I don't imagine I'd be able to make a top, because that's vinyl and all that, and I couldn't do that. So I could probably make one like that though, see, without a top. But see, I want a little square thing on the back, and I want it made like that, you know, with a little windshield, little radiator thing up front. But man, if you ain't got good parts, if all you got so rusted junk like I got now, it's gonna be hell to try to make something like that, and it's gonna be a lot of welding. And my damn all my wire welders was tore up, I reckon. It's just about. Well, I say they tore up. I got two big ass wire welders over there. The yellow one, there's something wrong with it, and Daddy never told me what was wrong with it, so I have no idea. But he's got this board out of it. I guess the board went bad in it. And this one he made himself. He made the box and put all the guts in it. And I reckon it was still working. But the problem is, I ain't got no gas. These kind take gas, the bottles of gas. And this one here is one of them little Harbor Freight cheap ones. And it uses this kind of wire here. You don't have to have gas. And I've had that thing for 2 or 3 years and welded the crap up with it. I mean, I welded all kind of stuff with it, but something's going on with it now because my wire won't hardly go through the handle no more. So I don't know if I run over it and mash something or what. And anyway, I got to look into that. So all I got's an old stick welder over here. That thing there. And I'm not the best in the world at stick welding. So I don't know. Just don't know, guys. Hell. I had a good go-kart frame. It wouldn't have been big enough, but it would have been better than this, but I gave it to Cole. But, you know, that's okay. I didn't. I probably would have never done nothing with it anyway. And I don't have the gears. I don't have nothing. That's the problem. I don't have nothing to start with. I mean nothing. These tires ain't no good. Them front tires are way too big anyway. I wouldn't want no tires like that on the front. It ain't supposed to have that. This is all I could find to mock it up and kind of have a look at it. Nah, I don't know. You know, you could put your motor in the back instead of the front. Then you could have a shorter cart and have it in this box, sort of. But man, the motor'd overheat. Then the problem. I always had problems with my motors overheating anyway. I had the perfect thing one time. I had a Honda Odyssey, an old one. I'm talking about an old one, like a 70-something model one, heavy duty. I think it was a 350 Honda Odyssey 2-stroke. And I did a lot of work on that thing. I took all the motor off and driven it all the way to the back. I had a big 450. I think it was a 450. Some kind of motorcycle engine on it. Had like 4 carburetors on it. And had a T-handle chrome gear shifter, bucket seats. I put a little bed on the back of it with a little winch on it. It had tires like this thing here on it, big old knobby tires. And since it had a 2-stroke on it, and I put a 4-stroke on it, and plus I geared it down with the gears, and that gearbox is already geared down. It was like having a 4-wheeler in Granny Low. I mean, you could have that motorcycle engine in like 5th gear, and you're probably only doing about 45 at the most. So if you had it in 1st gear, I mean, you couldn't stop it. It just crawl over anything, and it weighed so much you could drive over trees and everything, just knock them down, keep going. But the engine got hot on it. I used to ride it over to my Uncle Ralph's house to see Tracy and Monica, and I rode it nearly every day back and forth like that from my house to there, which is not that far, but I would be getting on it, and the way it was geared. And when I run pipes down the side too, like a hot rod. It was awesome. And hell, like I say though, I got the motor too hot. It overheated. So I just loaded it up one day on the trailer and took it to the scrapyard. I wish now I had it back. Them damn things online, they worth a pretty penny, man, just for the frame. But I didn't know it at the time. Hell, that was years and years ago, back when we was teenagers. That's my life, though. I'm always giving shit away. I give everything away, man. Well, I'm about to call it quits today, guys. I'm tired. Been down here all morning looking and looking and looking, trying to find shit to make this work, and I just ain't having no luck. I gotta get back to flying, guys. I just been too busy doing other shit and ain't wanting to. I'm gonna forget how. You know how it is when you stop flying for a while, you get rusty, and then it takes you 2 or 3 days of solid flying just to get back in the hang of it. By then you done crashed and broke all your shit. Oh man. Alright guys, well, I think I'm fixing to go ride either the 4-wheeler or the golf cart. Get some wind in my face. Alright guys, take it easy.